Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using the script you can see above me in this overlay where there's rows and columns to show the different consonants, and then vowels are little circles. This design is roughly linear with kind of like an up-down pattern, starting here, up, down, and will eventually lead to a little image of the earth here. This shape here is our start marker, and this magical shape allows the design to be manipulated in any which way and still give you orientation on where to start reading. So I can like rotate it any direction. I could even flip it and we would still know, well, here's the start marker. This is where we're going to start reading. This is going to be the bottom of this circle. Therefore, the bottom and therefore start of all of these circles is going to be in that relative direction. Yippee start markers. So, start marker going counterclockwise. Here is our first word. At the bottom of our first word, the first letter we hit is this little guy. Little guys that are empty in the middle, like these, those are all vowels, and vowels have different positions depending on what vowel they are, and if they're attached onto a consonant, which are the bigger circles or these little chunks taken out of our word circles. This vowel has a line radiating inwards, making it an I. So our first letter is an I. And then we have this double line. This double line going from word circle to sentence circle is an apostrophe. So I apostrophe. Then we have a double circle, which is a double letter. This double circle, which actually I'm gonna expand the size of this inner one just a scotch. Come on, let me move. There we go. Bam. Okay. Is a double letter because it's a double line, and it's the same letter because these lines are the same thickness. That means we don't need to add multiple of these modifiers. So there's 1, 2, 3 total dots, meaning that this is a double L. So I apostrophe double L, so I'll. And then going to the right, so reading order, again, bottom counterclockwise. If you imagine an infinitely large circle, starting at the bottom of that and then going counterclockwise will have you read from the left to the right. So that's why we go left to right on a linear design like this. Here's our next word, bottom of it's here. Our first letter is this full circle. And there's one obvious line here. Plus, this thick line and this thin line also end on this letter stem. So the thickness of these line modifiers don't matter. Them curving doesn't matter. Them being straight doesn't matter. So long as they end on the letter stem, they count. So 1, 2, 3 total lines on this letter stem is an M, because in the 3-line column, you'll see the M. And then a vowel outside of this M is an A. A's are positioned externally outside the word circle. So M-A, continuing around. I see an issue. I'm going to fix that issue because this is currently a P because it has 2 lines on it. These 2 lines need to end on the sentence circle, not on the word circle, and that's why I do these spell checks, is to check myself so I don't have an oopsie. So anyway, I'm going to go over here. Yes, you. Erase these guys. Oh boy, it's lagging so much because I'm recording. It'd be like that. But it will cooperate, I swear. Minus there. I accidentally erased some of the line that is supposed to stay. I could, like, an intelligent person change the opacity on my eraser bit so I could see what's happening, but that would take brain cells that I don't have right now. And then to tidy up this line, we're gonna make another circle. I know you're recording, so you're really slow. Because, like, when you read something, it's so easy to, like, skim over something until you force yourself to, like, look at every letter. And that's part of what I do here in these little... This isn't a circle. This is an ellipse. It's very slight ellipse, I guess. I'll deal with it. Bam. There. It's fixed now. Well, now it's the pH because it needs 2 dots to be a K. Yippee. Okay, now it actually says M-A-K-E. Yippee. T is a shallow divot, no modifiers. This is an IN stack with a slashed I. That's a lot of words, meaning that the I is read in front of the N instead of behind the N because it's been slashed once. So this N has one line on it here. Here's the N line. This I has one line going inwards there. So this slash brings the I in front of the N. Therefore, T, I before N, and then a Y has 2 dots and a circle crossing the line. So there's tiny. Changes, bottoms here, we start with this deep divot that has 2 dots. It says a CH. It's important that this dot isn't filled in because it's an A, not a dot modifier. A outside the word circle, just like our other A over here. This is an NG. An NG is a full circle that crosses the line of our word circle and has 1, 2, 3 line modifiers. E is centered, so it's on the line of the word circle when it's by itself. The S has 1, 2, 3 lines on it. So there's changes. This 2, starting at the bottom, the first letter we hit is this shallow divot, so that's the T, and then the O is a vowel over here. Internal, inside our word circle. And then E is outside the word, centered. This is an E. This is an A. E is centered on the line of the word circle. The A is outside the word circle. The R is a shallow divot with 3 dots. The T is a shallow divot with no modifiers. These are stacked. They're the same letter stem, so you can stack them. The R is a shallow divot with 3 dots and is thinner. Therefore, it's read before the thicker T. So R is thin. T is thick, therefore R then T, and then this H is a deep divot with 1, 2 line modifiers on it. Yes, line modifiers can curve around and make a circle and connect back up to the same consonant, so yippee. And here's a period, it's on a sentence circle. This is a line modifier from the NG, but this doesn't directly stick off of anything, so I can objectively call it a sentence circle and not feel like I'm lying, because it is a sentence circle. Just like this is a sentence circle. This is kind of a sentence circle. This could look like an apostrophe, I guess, on these guys, but because you see how a double parallel line is an apostrophe? One could argue that's an apostrophe, but it's a sentence circle. It looks cool. That's my justification. So yeah, that's that design, and then the little earth is going to go here. It'll be about 6 inches long, centered on the bicep, connecting to another design. You're welcome to attach lines to pretty much any part of this design except this. So if you're connecting things up actually to each other, instead of like leaving a little gap like I recommend for adding things around a tattoo, don't connect it to this. If you connect a line to this, it'll become a U, and it'll be Meku, not make. Otherwise, you can connect a line to pretty much everything else going around here, because this is the only letter stem that's exposed to the outside. This is a period, so you can have lines end on it, and it doesn't matter. But yeah, so don't end a line on the E, then it'll become a U. So yeah, that's that design. I hope this video makes a bit of sense. It'll make more sense to you listening in once you see the little key above my face, and can watch this video anytime you want, because it's a video now. Yippee! Bye!